Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Just a short video this week, quite a lot going on. I just wanted to share perhaps some of the ongoing projects I've got at the moment. None of them are quite ready to show you in their entirety, but we're literally a few weeks away, I think, from having some really good material to show you. A couple of new projects that have sprung up this week, and a couple of purchases over the last few weeks. Some again quite random from visiting other places where some opportunities came up, and some things again linked to projects that are ongoing. So first of all, I thought I'd start with a couple of books actually that I managed to find. I visited Sutton the other weekend, which is just down the road from where I live, about 20-minute drive. For those of you who don't know, Sutton is a very famous burial site for King Redwald, and if you've watched the film The Dig on Amazon, you will be able to find out more about that. But basically he was a Bretwalder for the whole of this side of England, and it's believed that he was buried at Sutton in a ship with all his personal possessions, etc. And there's been lots of other things found, other graves as well, found around that site. So well worth a visit if ever you're down in the east of England, near Woodbridge. Sutton well worth a look. But it's run by National Trust, and they do have a charitable book sale. So as always, although I have no need for any more books, if you see my bookcases, I went and had a little look in there, and were in betide, found two what I think were really good bargains. So the first one, there were 3 books in this trilogy by Churchill himself. These are quite old books, but I bought issue 3, or novel number 3. This was issued by Castle, The Age of Revolution. And what I particularly liked about this, I've read a few of Churchill's books anyway. I quite liked his style of writing, but it covers particularly things like Napoleon, the American War of Independence, the Peninsular War, Waterloo, the Wars of Spanish Succession, etc, etc. So there's quite a lot in there that appeals to me. I've got a big passion for the Wars of Spanish Succession, with quite a large 6mm army designed for the Battle of Ramillies. So at £1.50, that was a steal. Additionally, what I thought was a real find, and I didn't even look at the content of the book, I just saw it was one of the grandfathers of Wargames, Donald Featherstone, Warriors and Warfare in Ancient and Medieval Times. Hardback book in immaculate condition, £2.50. Yeah, it's again very interesting in his usual style. Some great maps of well-known battles. Looking forward to having a read of that. So a couple of little bargains, a couple of little unusual purchases. Didn't go out looking for those, but they were must-haves really. I'm continuing with my 10mm Carthage Union project. That's ongoing. At the moment I've got some Iberians on the painting table. They're approaching being finished now, so I will have somewhere around 30 of those painted up. They'll be based up, probably 4 to 6 stands to complement the rest of my Carthaginians, which I've got here as well. And they're coming along quite nicely now, so hopefully you can get a flavour of these on the camera. I have shown some of these in previous videos, but you can see there we're building up quite a nice number of those. So probably once the Iberians are done, there will be still another 3 or 4 units to paint. So that's the Carthaginians, and once they're completed, I will show you a showcase of what I've done there, and then hoping to start one of my 2 Napoleonic 6mm projects that I've got planned. One is a small Portuguese peninsular army, and the other one is an Austrian 1805 to 1809 kind of period army. So looking forward to doing some of those. On top of that, I'm continuing with my Bill Hooks Wars of the Roses project, which was painting and then rebasing some of my pre-painted and purchased figures onto stands. As you can see there, again, they're kind of at the point now where they're ready to be flocked. I've managed to get most of those kind of off the original bases where I've pre-purchased. Obviously the ones I've painted have been much more straightforward. I've got quite a few of these on the go at the moment, so I've got another box here. I say a number of them are Perry's plastics, but there's also some metals in there as well, particularly for the skirmisher units. So looking forward to getting a game of Never Mind the Bill Hooks in due course, once I've got that big basing project finished, which will probably take a little while because there's quite a few stands there to do, but that may give me the impetus to then paint a few more as well. So new projects, another new one has materialized just this week. So I've been long a fanatic and very much interested in the whole 1066 campaign, culminating in Hastings. I've been to battle myself a couple of times. Love the area, the history, the three combatants with the Vikings, the Normans and the Anglo-Saxons. I think it offers some interesting battles and conflicts within that 1 year. But I noticed on eBay this week someone was selling an Anglo-Saxon and a Norman army, and talking to him further, it was an army that he had built specifically with Hastings in mind. So I invested and purchased those. So we've got the Anglo-Saxons or Danes, as would be, and we've got the Normans. And again, I will perhaps in a separate video show these in more detail, but I have to confess I have not painted those myself. That is a kind of an impulse buy maybe, but also what I'm hoping to do is either get a new set of rules or design actually my own set of rules for that campaign. I've got lots of ideas. I've been trawling different blogs, games other people have played, different rule sets, come up with lots of different ideas. So I'm hoping to design a rule set to cover that kind of period. Again, any comments or input on that would be gratefully appreciated. With that in mind, as a side issue, I decided to get Revolution Games Invasion 1066. Played a lot of Revolution Games Ziploc format games. They're excellent, and although this is quite an early one, already having had a little look through the rules, there are some interesting mechanics and dynamics in there which I'd already kind of considered in my own rule set. Plus it's a nice map, so that will help with my research, and perhaps I'll share a bit more of that with you all further down the line. Again, if that's something that you'd like to see, please comment, let me know, or if you've got anything to add around the whole 1066 period, again, that would be most appreciated. I won't be about next week, so you may see videos a bit less over the next 2 to 3 weeks. I'm actually having a short break away for my birthday. We're going to Normandy, and I'm hoping to take some video down there, which I will obviously share with you upon my return. I'm hoping to visit the British sector in particular, around Caen and Ouistreham, Pegasus, Merville Battery, etc. that sort of area, and maybe over as far as Bayeux and Arromanches, but I probably won't have the time to get into the American and Canadian sectors this time. So hope to share a little bit of that with you as well a bit further down the line, but for now, enjoy your wargaming and see you again soon.